Well, we're now close to the end of the video pieces I'm doing on the site today. And I hope you've enjoyed watching these and listening to these as much as I have in doing them. But before I finish, I'd like to just ask you a simple question. And it's this. If you have any fears or worries or phobias, I want you to ask yourself, if I went to bed tonight and awoke tomorrow morning and all of those fears and phobias and anxieties had gone, had left me, how would that feel for me? And how would that change my life? And I want you just to think about that for a moment. And now you've thought about that for a moment, I'd like you just to do something for me and just listen quietly to the sound of my voice as I speak to you. Just close your eyes now. And I want you to imagine that you're walking down a nice country track on a lovely warm summer's day, and you can feel the sun on your face. There's a gentle breeze, and perhaps you can hear birds singing echoing faintly in the background. And as you walk along this nice country track, it forks into the left and into the right. And you stand there for a moment and you ponder, which way should I go? And you decide to take the left track, and as you walk along the left track, just moving steadily along the left track, each step you take takes you one day further into the future. Each step you take, it's taking you one day further into the future. And eventually you get to a stage where you're 6 months from now, you're 6 months ahead of where you are now. And nothing has changed. Those anxieties and feelings and concerns that you feel now are still there. They're still with you. You've gone from 6 months further into the future and nothing has changed. It doesn't feel very good, does it? But that's only one future, you know, because what I want you to do now is just keep your eyes closed and turn around and just walk back down that path. Just come quickly down the path, and as you do so, you come one day nearer to today, and eventually you're standing where you are now at that fork in the road. And this time you decide to take the right path. You decide to take the path on the right. And as you begin walking down the right path, you step one day closer to being 6 months ahead of where you are now. But this time, things have changed. This time, those feelings of anxiety, those trials and tribulations you may be suffering, those phobias, anything which is of concern to you, just drops away. And you're now 6 months ahead of where you are now, and all of those ills and feelings have vanished, and you feel absolutely, totally wonderful. You feel calm and relaxed, happy. And you can see yourself, you can see your face looking happy and radiant and smiling. And you now know that that's where you want to be. And as you feel those feelings on that right path, that 6 months into the future, I want you just to simply turn round and walk back towards yourself as you're standing at the fork today. And I want you to walk all the way back, but you're going to bring back with you those wonderful, happy, calming feelings where there is no anxiety and no worries. And when that you of the future gets to you standing at that fork in the road now, today, I want the you of the future to simply tell you how wonderful it is to have gone down that right path, to feel those wonderful feelings, to feel that wonderful calmness, and to feel totally anxiety free. And because you of the future and you of today are basically the same person, I want you now just to merge back into one. And as you merge back into one, I want you to experience those wonderful feelings that the you of the future has brought back to you. The calmness, the peace, the serenity. All of the things you've wanted and needed are now there with you. And I'm going to tell you something now which is really important. And that is this. If you can visualize something, if you can visualize change, if you can visualize the goals you need to attain, and if you can feel the feelings you feel when you've attained those goals, then you can achieve them. If you can feel it and visualize it, it can happen. And if you've still got your eyes closed, I'd like you just to open them now. I hope you've enjoyed looking at my website as much as I have in producing and making it for you. And should you wish to, then please contact me by email or telephone, and I'll be there to answer your queries at any time you wish. And I would just like to say one more thing to you before we finish now. And that is this. I want you to have a wonderful, happy future life. Goodbye and thank you.